on behalf of Johnny Depp.
That is utterly baseless. In fact, very early in the case, the prior Chief Judge White had thrown out a count in the counterclaims that related to that. It was absolutely absurd and baseless.
We all know Elaine Bredehoft and her media tour of some sort where she made serious statements against the verdict and ultimately against the jury's credibility. Among these claims, Elaine also criticized Johnny Depp's lawyer and accused him of demonizing Amber in order to win the case. Depp's team had been silent despite the onslaught of accusations, but it seems like they are ready to fight back and give Elaine a piece of their mind. Camille, Vasquez, and Ben Chu finally said yes to a TV interview, and fans are all ears to listen to what they have to say. So, how do you think Vasquez and Chu reacted, and how will Elaine counter this? Let's find out. Apparently, Vasquez and Chu knew about everything Elaine had said against them, the jury, and their client. In an interview with the Today Show, the two lawyers addressed the ongoing issues surrounding the verdict. Before they jumped into it, though, the two lawyers made comments about Johnny's reaction after the verdict was read, and by the looks of it, the actor was super happy about it. When asked about how they felt about winning such a high-profile case, Ben answered very humbly by saying that they believed Johnny's innocence all the way, and gladly the jury did too.
At this victory. Ben?
Well, we had ultimate confidence in Johnny and the jury and the facts of this case, and you can only hope that the jury will see it. And in this case, they did, and the verdict was overwhelming.
Now to the main event. The interviewer brought up Elaine's comments regarding evidence that was allegedly suppressed, which led to her losing the case.
Amber Heard's attorney was right here the day after the verdict, and she said the jury had not been permitted to see certain evidence that would have bolstered and verified Amber Heard's claims of abuse, in particular, therapist notes. What is your response to that? And was there evidence that was suppressed for a valid legal reason that might have made a difference?
Camille and Ben were not having any of it. Ben specifically said it was very disappointing to hear it from her.
Very disappointing to hear that and to hear her impugn the character of the jury, and the evidence came in that should come in, and the judge was very fair to both sides.
In particular,
This statement alone effectively exposed Amber's team as being bitter about the verdict and about losing the case. More about the UK ruling where Johnny Depp lost. Camille emphasized that the two cases are entirely different from one another.
UK judgment. As we all know, Johnny Depp sued The Sun, a newspaper in the United Kingdom. He lost that case, the judge finding that claims by the newspaper that he was a wife beater were substantially true. Now, Amber Heard's lawyers say that judgment should have come into this court case. What say you?
Was a different process, right? And also Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard in this case were the parties. They had different disclosure obligations. So we disagree. The overwhelming evidence that was presented in this case in Virginia far exceeded what was presented in the UK. And we believe the jury got it right.
As you know,
fans love how Camille handles the questions. This fan even wrote a comment saying, "Finally a strong, intelligent, beautiful, respectable, and empowering woman for young kids to look up to." Camille Vasquez is the epitome of a great example that we would all love for our kids to follow and model themselves after. An inspiring female figure for the younger generation to admire has been severely lacking in the last 5 to 10 years if you really think about it. She deserves all the love and attention she is receiving. Of course, Ben is receiving a lot of love as well. Ultimately, the Johnny Depp duo was asked about the effect of social media and how the case literally blew off the internet.
Age. Do you believe the jurors saw any of that, were swayed by any of that?
No, I don't think there's any reason to believe that the jurors violated their oath. And again, that suggestion was disappointing to hear.
When asked to share their opinion about the possible bias the jury had because of what they might have seen on social media, Camille and Ben strongly disagreed with the possibility.
It is everywhere, but at the same time, they were admonished every single night. And they had a tremendous amount of respect, I think, for the court and the process, and they were doing the best that they could.
Support for
Camille also pointed out that they believed that the jury had tremendous respect towards the court and would not be swayed just because of videos they watched from TikTok. Well, it seems like Depp's legal team is still destroying Amber's lawyers outside the courtroom, and they should really gear up if they want to win that appeal they are planning to file. How about you? What are your thoughts about Camille and Ben's interview? And how do you think Amber and Elaine reacted to it? Let us know in the comments below.